that, we are back in the building, y'all. There's all three of us back together for the first time in, 3 weeks? Seems like? Maybe?
Yeah, I didn't even think about it.
2
Well,
weeks?
this would be the third week.
Oh,
Not been 2 weeks.
But we
Okay.
missed two
Fine, but
episodes with all of us.
oh, man. It's all right. Life happens. Welcome to the Excuse Me Brother podcast show. I'm your host, Brother Jay, and we are back together as a unit, y'all. Who's with me tonight?
I'm already upset. I don't want to be here.
Wow.
Why? Damn.
Damn. That's crazy.
Tell us how you really feel, Tay.
He really
I
doesn't
just
like
did.
us. He doesn't like us. That's all it means.
I don't like people. We all know this. My desire for hatred stands.
Well,
Your
I'm
desire-
Hello.
producer Jay.
My brother Tay.
Yo, talk to your man's producer. Talk to your man.
He's your man. He was your man before me.
Yeah,
I claim no one and like to be claimed by nobody.
You kind of, I do kind of have to claim him just a little bit. Like it's all right.
No one has to claim me.
What are
I
you
am
eating?
He is unclaimed.
chocolate chips. Not like chocolate chips, like chocolate made in potato chip form, so they're chocolate chips.
Oh, I was gonna say those
They're
don't
not
look like
chocolate.
traditional chocolate chips.
But
No,
they're
it's
not-
chocolate.
No, I'm saying they're not chocolate covered potato chips, but actual chocolate chips.
No, they're actual chocolate just in the shape of chips. It's
Uh-oh.
like crunch, like the crunch bars
Okay.
in chip form.
All right, whatever floats your boat, B.
Eh?
I live my don't start it.
Well, so what? All I said is whatever floats your boat.
I know, but don't let the ocean go. Don't let me go into the sea. We'll never come back.
All right, listen. You get lost to sea.
Get
That's
lost.
your business, so that's your business.
Lost and find the Kraken for no fucking reason. The water turned yet red. Now we're in a video game. All hell's breaking loose.
Lord.
That's the most terrifying shit. If you never played, there's like a game called Sea of Thieves, where you run into a boss and it's random. The whole ocean will turn red,
That's
That's
pretty
scary.
scary.
Yeah.
and like the music will slow down. It's like welcome. I'm like,
Welcome. So
No,
what?
I'm gonna
shit?
see myself out.
That's pretty much the game saying it's time to restart.
Right.
Very much.
If I'm out at sea and the whole ocean turns red, I'm gonna be thinking like, what is this? Some 10 plagues, Book of Exodus type shit? What's going on here?
Right?
The water turns red. You're like, God, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did this time, but just forgive me this once. I don't know what happened.
Please, Father, forgive me.
Like I did not do this.
Oh man.
Please, I promise it wasn't as bad as I think it was. Please.
Oh, sad business today. The actor died. Lance Reddick, is that his name?
Yeah, Lance Reddick.
Lance Reddick from The Wire, John Wick movies. What video game y'all say he voiced in?
He was in Destiny 2.
Destiny 2.
He played a commander. Yeah, I didn't recognize because I know Brother Zay posted in the chat, and I didn't recognize the name, but as soon as you see his face, like, you know who it is.
Yeah.
Like, he has one of those faces where it's just like,
Oh, Tay was
right?
looking it up.
exactly, you see?
Oh.
Like, it's one of those faces, you hear the name, you're just like, I don't know who that is. Then you look at his face, you're just like, oh, damn.
Yeah,
He was in a
passed
lot of
away at the
things,
age-
actually.
He was.
passed away at the
He
age
was
of
60.
60.
Those-
What they say is natural
I know
causes,
John
but
Wick
I'm
is-
like,
What could
I'm-
be
I'm-
natural at 60? I feel like
That's what I'm
60
saying.
is very young.
Sickness.
very young for
Yeah,
natural
right.
causes.
He could have just been sick. Also, could have had diabetes, could have had high blood pressure. Anything could be natural causes, technically.
True. Could die of a heart attack. But that's
It's
not
not a
natural.
heart attack.
I'm about to say, is a heart attack natural cause? No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. It's like a traumatic event.
Right. They would say died of a heart attack, but
Well,
I don't know,
because he
maybe he
could have
had
been
some
the same
underlying
thing.
conditions.
Well, they said that he was found dead in his home, so they might have to perform like an autopsy or, like I don't think they suspect foul play, so they'll probably just do an
Yeah.
autopsy to figure out what the actual cause was.
That's
I think
crazy.
people say natural. I think people put natural causes when it's not evidence of someone dying from
Yeah.
foul play, anything like that. Oops, someone didn't turn their phone on mute.
Literally, that's the first thing I do when I jump on this podcast. I turn my phone on mute.
We're gonna pretend that didn't happen.
That's all. It's recorded, bro.
We're not editing that out. That's staying.
I'm not editing that out.
I'm making sure he keeps it. I'm petty. Every mistake we do. If it happened to me, I'd definitely be like, keep it in.
Khadijah, you're ruining the show, man.
No.
Khadijah, thank you.
No.
So next time it happens to me, I got ammo.
He's enhancing the show.
needed.
What are you talking about?
As long as it gives me ammo to go crazy. Then
But
again, I
yeah,
don't
no.
really need
So
ammo to go
it
crazy.
definitely caught me off guard because, like, he's just one of those actors that you say, "Oh yeah, I remember him." Like,
Okay.
you know, there's always a few of those actors that you recognize their face when they pop up, and then but you know their quality of work. That you're just like, "Oh, okay, I remember him from such and such."
So he was in The Wire. That's what he's mostly known from. So we kind of grew up with him. We kind of grew up watching him on TV. Although
I've never watched The Wire.
You never watched The Wire?
I've seen
Nope.
one scene of The Wire, and he was in it.
Well, we
Not
know
for
that
me.
The Wire is like one of the premier TV shows from like the early 2000s. So
Yeah, that's the problem. When I was in the early 2000s, I was in Cartoon Land because I was still a
Cartoon
child.
Land.
I was a child, still Cartoon Network and stuff like that.
Well, you know what? I same on this end.
Yeah,
sounds like you were watching The
more of a
Wire.
Nickelodeon guy.
Sounds
Oddly
like you were
enough,
watching The Wire.
for me, yeah, right?
Everybody's
you can watch The Wire anytime. Like, it's on streaming platforms.
Right, it's on HBO
Hell it
Max.
is.
Oh
God.
I was Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. Like, I kind of went back and
I
forth.
really wanted you to
between.
say Disney. I really wanted you to say Disney.
No, I didn't become a Disney guy until like later on. Actually, within the last few years, actually.
It's weird. Because I like I said, I was more of a Nickelodeon guy. My sister loved Disney Channel. She didn't really care for Cartoon Network. You know what I'm saying? She was more Nickelodeon and Disney. I liked a few shows on Nickelodeon. I mean Cartoon Network, like Ed, Edd n Eddy, Powerpuff Girls, and
Dexter's
Bravo?
Lab,
and not
Courage.
no.
Scooby Doo.
Yo, we about
Johnny
to fight.
Bravo.
We're about to fight.
Whoa, what did you wait?
Give
what
me
did
a
you say, Tay?
description. Johnny Bravo, Scooby Doo.
I love Johnny Bravo.
How to feel like?
I like Cow and Chicken.
I like Cow and Chicken, but not
Ren and
freaking,
Stimpy was cool.
Courage.
Who?
Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy was Nickelodeon.
That
What?
was Nickelodeon.
That was Nickelodeon.
Yeah, that was a Nickelodeon.
Technically,
and then
that
it kinda went
was
everywhere.
Comedy Central, because
It was.
there was an adult version of that show.
Yeah, which
Comedy Central along with South Park.
wild.
Right.
Well,
I don't know how they brought that to Nickelodeon, but
A lot of censorship. Technically, they were gay. They were
or
the
maybe
first
maybe
gay
it's-
cartoons. Technically,
I was gonna say maybe it started on Nickelodeon.
you have to go deep.
I know
into
it got. I know seen it on Nickelodeon a lot. It never really made it to Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Cartoon Network was Cartoon Network was my favorite show, my favorite channel.
Respectfully. So it's hashtag segues. You see that we're talking about old cartoons. Now
And TV
we're doing our
shows.
March Madness bracket, the bracket
Oh,
for 90s sitcoms. Go into a little bit that producer Jay. I'll let you explain.
Okay,
Welcome to
so
March Madness, bitch.
obviously it's March, so it's time for brackets, as everybody seems to do around this time of year.
Brackets.
We decided to do 90s sitcoms because I feel like that's more relatable to us.
Bless you, Tay.
Thank you, sir.
And honestly, when I was going through this list, all right, so to be up front, I did not see this like in any particular order. This is completely random.
Okay.
So I don't want any complaints that, oh, why'd you put this against this in the first round? Like, I did not see this properly. This is
you know
just,
we're gonna
I can
complain
see-
anyway, right?
I
I
mean,
want you to know, I appreciate you doing that. So when we get these comments and these emails, I'm sending them directly your way
Facts.
because I'm not
Right.
defending you in any way, shape, and
I
possible.
will, I will
I'm
accept
lazy.
any and all complaints about this bracket or this seating. But anyway,
Send them all to Brother Zay at Gmail.
so yeah, and when I was going through this list, I was like, yo, I've seen a lot of these. Like unbeknownst to me, apparently, I've seen at least an episode of each and every one of these, aside from maybe like a couple.
Okay.
Oh, let's find out which ones, because it's always it's always my favorite game to see what show I didn't watch.
Yeah, we're gonna find out which shows Brother Tay and Brother Jay watched.
It's mostly just let's be honest, Brother Jay watches everything.
As I was watching,
I'm always in the.
Well, that's true. Yeah, Brother Jay watches everything.
Not
He lives in his home. Brother Jay lives in his home in his shell.
So
as my roommate says, I'm always out in the streets.
You are
I'm already anticipating this gonna be a multi-part thing. So we're probably gonna have to continue this later because I picked up a 32 bracket.
Yeah,
you don't see it.
Oh, you know, Brother Jay. Hold on, you know, Brother Jay can't count. Why are you doing this still?
Come on, man. My math ain't always mathing.
But anyway,
he has a problem with accounting.
So we'll probably have to extend this to next week as well. But it'll still be March next week. But
it will still be March next week.
It will.
Will I be hungover by next week again? Probably.
So
let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So we'll just start out right at the top. We got Will and Grace versus Family Matters.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first on this one. I gotta go with Family Matters only because Family Matters became a cultural icon, especially with Steve Urkel. Remember, Steve Urkel in the beginning was supposed to just be like a sideshow. It was like a one-off character, but he became the center of the show. Now, in later seasons, the show kind of fell off because they got away from what the show was originally supposed to mean, but it still was an iconic show. Will and Grace,
I feel like this is just a cultural thing. Because you could say a lot of the same stuff that you said about Family Matters, about Will and Grace.
Oh, Will and Grace, Resilient Approaches.
But it just depends on who was watching it at the time.
No.
Because obviously Will and Grace embraces the gay community.
I was gonna say, isn't it like it's a LGBT star show?
Yeah.
People love that show.
This was very taboo for its time, especially because it was in the 90s.
True.
So it can also be said that it kind of broke barriers, so to speak. But I will agree with Brother Jay that I feel like Family Matters spoke to me personally because of how I grew up. I grew up in PJs. Granted, Family Matters not in the PJs, but I feel like it's more of a
PJs on this. The PJs on this racket,
right?
Get away from me.
I feel like Family Matters I connected more with that because it's a black family. I'm not black, but I'm a person of color, so I felt like the comedy and themes of the show resonated with me better than Will and Grace.
Not the black family. I never watched Will and Grace.
Oh, well, okay. Well, then there it is. I guess we can all agree that Family Matters moves on.
I'm fully aware of Will and Grace's thing with impact on the LGBT community, and I'm happy. And I've seen it get a remake and all this stuff, but like I said, I've never watched a single episode. Yeah, I think it got a remake.
Right, it did.
It got a remake?
Not a remake, but a continuation.
A reboot. Yeah, there's something. I know it started, new episodes started coming out, but like I said, I've never seen a single episode.
So
I got nothing for you, buddy.
Family Matters.
I do that. That's all I got.
I do that.
I mean, he's iconic. Everybody knows Steve Urkel. All right, so next,
as a fun fact, Steve Urkel is the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes,
I didn't know that. Yes,
I knew that too.
I didn't know that.
What's his name?
Not anymore.
Jaleel White.
Not anymore.
Jaleel White. All right, so next we got Mad About You versus The Simpsons.
The Simpsons. The Simpsons. Okay. Come on, son. The Simpsons. Come on, yo. Come on. The Simpsons has been on TV It's still on TV, bro.
It's still on TV. There's still new seasons coming out.
So I was actually
never seen Mad About You.
I never seen Mad About You either.
Never.
I was actually anticipating you guys kind of questioning why The Simpsons is on here.
No.
Fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Honestly, even I was questioning. I was like, why is Simpsons considered a sitcom? It's an animated sitcom. Because I don't know. I feel like there's always like that stereotypical thing with sitcoms that it has to be in front of a live studio audience, has a laugh track and all that stuff. So I was wrong about that.
Anymore, at least.
Because I did look it up.
I was about to say, a sitcom literally just means situational comedy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I did find that out after I looked it up. So I just wanted to like make sure, because I looked up like a list of like all the top sitcoms to make this bracket, and Simpsons was on there, and it threw me off.
Okay.
So Simpsons?
Yes.
No question? Okay.
No
Simpsons moves on.
Personally.
All right. So we got Everybody Loves Raymond versus The Drew Carey Show.
Fun fact, I watched both of these shows.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go with Everybody Loves Raymond.
Really?
Yes. Personally, I didn't find the Drew Carey show funny. I don't think Drew Carey's funny at all. But
wow.
Everybody Loves Raymond. To me, Everybody Loves Raymond is like an older version of whatchamacallit.
Seinfeld?
Yeah, like it's got like a Seinfeld feel to it, almost like
that was a hell of a guess.
And it has a little bit of 2.5 Men into it. So even though 2.5 Men is not a 90s sitcom, but when I watch 2.5 Men, I feel like I'm watching a little bit of Everybody Loves Raymond. I'm gonna go with Everybody Loves Raymond. Plus, Raymond is like, he's hilarious without even trying. To me, Drew Carey is not funny to me.
I actually watched both of these shows. I like Everyone Loves Raymond, but I'm more of a fan of the Drew Carey show, mostly because like the writing was a little bit better to me. And also, as someone, Drew Carey was hella busy during the 90s.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah,
him and
exactly.
I just thought like those two, their writing style and their situation was a little better. But I'm talking just strict 90s. I think Everybody Loves Raymond was a really good show. I just think that Drew Carey show just had a little better writing. So a little more better situations with Cleveland.
I think that Drew Carey was better as a host for Whose Line Is It Anyway than he was for his own show. That's just me though. That's just me personally.
No, you're not wrong. There's a reason why why people wanted that show to come back.
Exactly.
They had another improv show with skinnier Drew Carey in Las Vegas.
That was called Drew Carey's Improvaganza.
Didn't
I actually really like that show.
Did he also host Family Feud for a while too?
No, he does. He does Price Is Right.
Drew Carey?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's currently
he's still doing Price Is Right.
So who hosted Family Feud for a while? Y'all sure it wasn't him?
I'm almost positive it was not him.
I can look it up for you. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's okay. So I'm a little bit biased because I really love Whose Line Is It Anyway? And because of that show, I watched Drew Carey's show because I didn't know he had his own show at the time. And because of that, I started watching it, and I don't want to say I fell in love with it, but I really enjoyed it. Everybody Loves Raymond. I did see a few episodes of that. The only real character I liked was his brother.
His brother's funny.
His brother was probably the best character on the show.
His brother was funny. Yeah.
But as far as him personally, I did not find, was it Ray Romano?
Mm-hmm.
I did not find him funny. Like, and his voice was very annoying. Hey everybody, Ray Romano. No, he sounded like Kermit. So
I wasn't ready for that. Hold on. Buddy. I wasn't ready.
So just for those reasons, I would choose the Drew Carey show.
Okay, all right, fine.
So, I got the host of the Family Feud if you want to see it. If you want me to read it.
Who was it?
There's Richard Dawson. Is Richard Dawson?
It was after what's his name?
Louis
Anderson. Yeah, I remember him. Then there was one guy.
Richard. Oh, the fuck, that's a name.
The guy from Home Improvement.
Yeah, guy from Home Improvement.
Yeah, okay, I remember he hosted for a while, and then it was somebody else, and
John O'Leary. I don't know what the order. It looks like. I think for you, since you brought up Drew Carey, I think you're thinking of Louis Anderson. Because he's a little fat and he's a little white. He's a fat white boy.
Yeah,
okay,
that's probably why you thought of Drew Carey.
Does he have glasses?
At least in his picture, he looks at.
No, he didn't have glasses. Did he?
He looked like he would switch from glasses and contacts to show.
Oh, so then I didn't know.
That's probably why. But it went from him to Steve Harvey.
Okay, all right.
Okay, all right. So next we got Living Single versus Frasier.
That's
so again,
hard.
We got another cultural clash.
Because
I feel like if you ask a certain demographic, they would say Living Single is better. But if you ask another demographic, they would say Frasier is better.
What you trying to say? I can't watch Living Single? What's wrong with that?
No. What? This is where producer mentioned at the beginning where he said that he just threw these together.
Yes.
This would have been a situation where you should have put Living Single against Friends. You know why? Because a lot of people understand and agree. No, understand and agree that Friends stole from Living Single.
Oh,
that is basically a white carbon copy of Living Single.
Well, what came out first?
Living Single.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
So, but you live and you learn. So sure. I'm gonna go with Living Single for the very same reason that you just
All right, so I don't have a preference because I've never seen Living Single, and I've only seen Frasier, like when I'm about to go to sleep, when whatever show I was watching finished, and Frasier came on after, and I was like, okay, it's time to go to bed. So that's the only experience I have with Frasier. So it's kind of like a toss-up for me.
Okay, that's fair.
Brother Say?
I never watched Frasier. I got nothing for you, bro.
All right, so Living Single.
I know my grandfather.
Yeah, by default.
Yeah.
All right.
I know my grandfather liked Frasier, but Living Single was a show I used to watch when I was sick at home.
See, that's another thing too. That a lot of these are daytime shows. So it's like I never watched these daytime shows. I only watched them like later on, like when they was like on Nick at Night or
yeah, wasn't Frasier a Nick at Night type of show?
Yeah, I feel like Frasier was a nighttime show. Then what was the other one?
Yeah, I didn't really watch it. Like I remember from Nick at Night was like Brady Brunch, Home Improvement.
That was TV Land. That was
TV Land. There you go. That I was thinking of the channel.
I don't think of I Love Lucy when I hear TV Land.
Yeah,
I think of Three's Company.
All three of those shows, Three's Company, Brady Bunch,
Three's Company was on Nickelodeon for a bit. Actually,
Golden Girls.
Golden Girls definitely was.
Golden Girls and what's the other one?
Three's Company was on Nickelodeon for a while actually.
That's
why I first saw it.
What's the one that is not the one that starts with "Not Come On"? That's Three's Company. But what's the other one where they're like stuck on an island?
Oh, Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island.
That was on TV Land. Yes.
That brings back memories. Everybody used to call me Gilligan because they couldn't pronounce my last name.
Ian, it's not that hard.
It's not. Everybody would call me Gilligan. There's only one G.
It's so disrespectful.
I know. I was just like, every time we would have it, it's like Gilligan because that was the popular show at the time, I guess. I was like, where do you get this other G from? Gilligan.
No, you gotta love kids.
But wait, isn't your last name pronounced Guillen instead of Gillen?
The Spanish way to say it, or the Hispanic way to say it is Guillen. But a lot of people just say Gillen. But because that sounds so close to Gilligan, they just add the G in for whatever reason.
Gilligan. Okay. All right.
Oh, you gotta love kids.
Oh man, it was adults too. That's the shit. It was like teachers. They just They made up shit. But anyway,
Jeremy Gilligan, please come to the office.
right? It's like that's not me. I'm not going nowhere.
Jeremy, to cough you. That's not my last name.
That's not my last name.
I'm doing this guy.
They got the wrong guy.
It's with y'all people.
Anyway,
this is what started Jeremy's path to racism.
Facts.
whoa, what do you come out with that? All right. So anyway, next one we got Dharma and Greg versus A Different World.
Okay, so I never watched Dharma and Greg, so I gotta go with A Different World by default, especially because it was a follow-up to the Cosby Show, which became an entirely different thing in and of itself. Even when what's her name left the show, what's the daughter's name? The actress who played the daughter.
I don't know.
She married Lenny Kravitz.
How are you asking us?
Right?
Well, I don't know
What's her
actors'
name?
names. How are you asking me?
What's Zoe Kravitz's mother? That's who. Y'all know who Zoe Kravitz is, right?
No.
She played Catwoman in the Batman just now.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
And
her mother,
I still don't know who that is.
Her mother played Denise on Cosby Show.
That's great.
I don't know that.
Her father is Lenny Kravitz. Oh my God, yeah.
Denise. There you go. Just
yeah. When Denise left the show, Denise left the show, it still became its own whatchamacallit. Zoe Kravitz's mother.
Different World was
Lisa Bonet.
One on the college campus.
That's her name. Yes, Lisa Bonet was the
Too Young for Lisa Bonet.
There you go.
You know, now that you pointed out, I do see the resemblance.
You see, that's her mother. So she was the main character on the show. She left the college after the Cosby Show, but the show became another thing in and of itself, even without Lisa Bonet. Kadeem Hardison was on it, and I forgot who played his love interest. I forget all these people's names, but it became its own entity without the Cosby Show. So to me, it's got to go. I've never seen the other show. Never.
Yeah, Dharma and Greg. I was actually consulting with this list was my fiance Natalie. And
shout out to Nat.
So she kind of
just bring her on the show as well.
I know, right?
Yes. Agreed.
She was like, I kept asking her, like, if I never heard of the show, I would ask her if she heard of it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I've seen that," or "I've heard of it," or whatever. So, yeah, Dharma and Greg was one of. She said it was more like a Will and Grace type of show.
Well.
So yeah.
So he was gay and she was lesbian. Cool. All right, never seen it.
Okay, so A Different World moves on. All right, so now
nothing but respect.
This is the tough one. Because I did not know King of Queens was actually in the 90s. It started in 1998. I did not know that. I only saw the later episodes.
King of the Hill. Okay, so Kenan Kel was also a late 90s show too.
Yes.
But Kenan Kel was like 96, right?
97.
97.
I don't know. But yeah, this one is a real tough one.
Ah, man.
So King of the Hill, or not King of the Hill, King of Queens.
King of the Hill.
This is King of the... Throw me off.
Kenan and Kel. Too many Ks.
Kenan and Kel. 2 Ks, yes. Too many Ks. King of Queens versus racism. Kenan and Kel.
It's racism, but I'm going with the 2 Ks.
The 2 Ks.
You know what? I think I gotta go with it too, just because Kenan and Kel was an offshoot of all that, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody knows not really. Too many moments of
not really.
Well, too many memorable moments for Kenan and Kel, especially with Kel's antics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially I feel like soda.
There's more nostalgia for Kenan and Kel, just because it's Nickelodeon and we grew up with that as kids. We've seen that, so. But I don't know. I really like King of Queens.
King of Queens has some great moments. And Kevin James is really. I think Kevin James is really funny.
I feel like just the 3 of them was Kevin James, Leah Remini, and Jerry Stiller. Like they were just really funny. It was perfect with each other. So
I want you to understand, all 3 of them are really funny. None of them are as funny as Kel is in his 90s time.
Very, very true. Actually,
from the Orange Soda to he did I'm Singing in Orange Soda as a Singing in the Rain.
They did a reunion not too long ago, didn't they?
Kenan and Kel?
Kenan and Kel.
Yeah, they did a Saturday Night Live thing.
Was it at I thought it was like at an award show.
They always talk. There was like a thing that they didn't like each other for a while, which wasn't true. They just didn't really have time to hang out with each other.
I mean, yeah.
Right.
But like, no, they've seen each other. They see each other every time there's like a Nickelodeon thing. But like they did did the Good Burger thing for a Saturday Night Live sketch.
And
that's probably what
it was like the reunion.
Yeah.
Maybe. Kel, he's actually, well, I don't know if they're still doing it. The All That reboot. Kel was part of that.
Kel had I think after they did the Good Burger thing on Saturday Night Live, Nickelodeon brought him back for like 2 shows. One was All That, and then they had another show where he was like a father to a kid.
Oh,
I don't remember the name of that show.
You mean Kenan?
No, Kel.
Oh.
No, Kel.
Oh.
Yeah, Kenan's with...
Nickelodeon boy. Kenan's got money. Kenan's still working for Saturday Night Live.
Right.
He's not trying to take nothing other than ABC money.
Actually, he's starting his own show soon.
That's why I said that. I was like, wait, you mean Kenan? Because Kenan has a show where the premise is he's like a single father type thing, right?
No, this was like early 2010s when they did the All That reboot, and then they were doing some. It was, I'm gonna look it up, but it was like something about like he was a rapper who got famous, and like he was just there, like he wasn't really part of the show, just that his kid was joining these other kids doing some stuff, but he was just a famous rapper that gave him money. And had his bodyguard carry him places because he was too lazy to walk.
So what we going with?
I guess Kenan and Kel.
Okay.
It's 2-1 against producer Jay.
Yeah, so
Gilligan cannot get his way this time. You should never told me this. I want you to know this right now.
I should not have this. That's the alcohol.
You know that I am
the alcohol talking.
Yeah,
he's taking my way. He started drinking during the shows.
What you sipping on?
It's only happened twice, okay?
What you sipping on, producer? Getting drunk on a Friday night.
Listen, I had a rough day, okay?
Like, it's getting drunk on a Friday night.
Friday night, I'm off this weekend.
I'm go get the whiskey right now.
Anyway, next one. Roseanne versus Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I've never watched Third Rock from the Sun.
I've seen a few episodes, and I don't know if you see this guy right here in the middle. Does that face?
I can barely see.
Is that Ray Romano?
No, it's not Ray Romano.
Was it Jackie Chan?
All right, so
that is racist.
Let me zoom
I can't
in.
see.
Can you see?
Oh, that's Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Exactly. I did not know he was on this show.
Well, yeah, he's one of those unsung child actors.
Right.
I've never seen the show. What is this? Third Rock to the
Sun?
Third
Rock from the Sun.
Yeah.
I've seen a few episodes of it, just because of this guy.
1990, Max 96.
But and Roseanne, I hated Roseanne because for the same reason. I didn't hate Frasier, but it's like I would be watching something, and then Roseanne would come on after it. I'm just like,
Roseanne was not funny to me.
I never liked Roseanne.
Unfortunately, Roseanne.
Go ahead.
No, unfortunately, Roseanne's gonna have to continue because I've never seen Third Rock from the Sun. This is the first time even seeing this picture. This shit's crazy to me.
The only way I would put Roseanne through is because of freaking John Goodman. I feel like he's the only good thing from this show.
He's a phenomenal actor anyway.
Exactly.
In his own right. So
didn't he die?
No, he's still alive.
How you kill Sully like that? Come on,
I was saying Sully. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry. He looks like I know there's an actor that looks like him that passed away. I thought he died. I'm sorry.
No.
So apologies to him and his family.
Unfortunately, Roseanne's gonna have to go on because I've never watched
seen Third Rock from the Sun.
I feel like I've seen a few episodes of Third Rock from the Sun, but
I've never even seen this logo. This picture is new to me.
Sorry, y'all.
There's also this guy on the end.
You literally watched him call me racist because I thought he looked like Jackie Chan from far away. What do you want from me?
Racist.
From far away. Like, it's very blurry to me from here. Not really, but like anything that's like pale with black hair, I think of Jackie Chan.
Jeez,
and Ray Romano.
Pale with black hair. That's Jackie Chan. Okay, Peter Griffin. Anyway, all right, so are we agreed that Roseanne moves on?
Unfortunately,
begrudgingly moves on.
Yeah.
Fucking hated that show,
Alright,
though.
fine.
I did hate that show.
Okay,
That show
she'll
was
probably
not
lose
good.
in the next round.
We'll see. So now we got
Oh, she losing. No, she losing.
Boy Meets World versus That 70 Show.
Oh my
That's actually
god.
That's a hard one to
That's
me, actually.
Yeah, you killing me, bro.
So where was Boy Meets? That was on Disney Channel, right?
That was
or
on
no?
Disney
That was
Channel.
a
Yes, it was Disney
Okay.
Channel.
Disney Channel show.
So I
And
never
ABC
actually
Family.
seen Boy Meets World. I've seen clips of it. I've seen like videos about it. I've never actually seen an episode.
Boy Meets World was literally a show that grew up along the '90s generation.
Yeah,
That's
when it
very
came out in
true.
when it came out in the '90s, it was like about them being in like middle school and stuff like that. And then in 2000, it went to them being in high school and college.
Mm-hmm.
In college,
I know a lot of people.
Now that we're adults, they have another show called Girl Meets World about their kids going to school.
I know a lot of
growing show every day.
A lot of people had a crush on Topanga. I know that.
Yeah. She's still fine. Don't get me wrong, but
yes, actually, no, she still looks very like she looks the same.
Mm-hmm.
No, she looks the same. I don't think it was the problem.
You see what happens, white people, when you stay out of trouble? You age gracefully. Take a
I thought you were gonna say. I really thought you were gonna say. You see what happens when you use moisturizer? I was like, that too.
Yo,
that too. Look at her and look at Hillary Duff. Two white women who stayed out of trouble and stayed and mind their own business.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, true. Hillary Duff is another
age
one.
gracefully like fine wine. You know, look, take another page from Lindsay Lohan. What not to do? Leave your drugs alone.
I would have said Amanda Bynes, but she kind of like fell off.
Nah, no.
Yeah,
no.
Literally, she was. I feel like maybe 10 years ago you could have said her.
Maybe.
But then, like, I don't know what the hell happened.
Even if he surfaced on drugs, you're like, oh.
Yeah, really.
Her, Britney Spears. Well, Britney Spears been through a lot. I can't.
No. That's a whole different.
Yeah. But that 70s show launched the careers of a lot of dudes.
Yes.
A lot of people like Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis.
I can't remember his name. I know I've seen Wilmer Valderrama.
Yes.
Did a lot of stuff.
You're talking about Toby, who was also on Spider-Man. Not Toby, the dude who was Venom.
Yes.
Not Topher Grace.
Yes,
he was
Topher Grace.
He was also. And also,
so they're a lot. They're like around like a lot of stuff.
Damn, and now they have a show about their kids too. That 90s show.
Yeah, that 90s show.
I have to watch that.
I've heard it's not that good though.
I watched the episode.
Watch it anyway.
I watched
to watch it anyway, so it's like at the time.
Okay.
I watched the episode where Ashton Kutcher actually came back.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he. I didn't know he came
she
back.
makes an appearance on the show. It's okay, but
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, go ahead, Tay.
Going against my childhood life, I'm going with that 70s show.
Wow, because I'm gonna go with Boy Meets World.
Oh, why you doing this to me? I don't know.
You the tiebreaker, bro.
Okay.
Flip a coin.
No.
Get that.
I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, I've never watched Boy Meets World.
Let's go.
So by defull, I have to choose that 70s show.
T wins
I'm sorry.
Again.
I am
you can't
sorry.
win against me. Fucking suck.
I apologize. Boy Meets World. I'm sure it's a good show. I'm sure it's a good show. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Boosting my ego all the way again.
All right, so that 70s show moves on.
Just when you thought he had your back, you were wrong.
The other side of the bracket, we got. Hold on. Why is this not working?
He's gonna be so bad for the next few days.
Got
It'll be great.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's fucking funny.
Versus Blossom.
Never seen Blossom.
Fresh Blossom.
Prince.
No, I kind of figured that would be the case because I've never seen Blossom either.
Is a Blossom?
So the only thing, I see based on the picture is the mom. I'm assuming it's the mom. In Blossom, was the mom from Full House. That's literally all I know.
Fresh Prince. Let's move on.
Fresh Prince. Yes, Tay? Yes.
Okay. Oh, absolutely.
Right.
I look at Blossom. It shows me the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
It's not going on.
All right, so
what the fuck is this?
We got next one is
actually. Sorry, before you do this,
go ahead.
I just gotta since we're talking about March Madness, a number 1 seed actually just lost now.
for Purdue, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
actually, ironically, I went against. I was going to go to that college. That was one of the colleges that accepted me too. Not Purdue, the one that beat them, the Knights. At DU University. I forgot the names, like Franklin or something. Franklin Derrickson or something. What next? Continue.
Raleigh Dickinson, sir. My brother went there.
All right. We got
congratulations to him. I'll be his track team.
Just Shoot Me versus Moesha.
As much as my dreams is to Shoot Me, I still don't know what that show is.
Moesha.
I've never heard of that show.
Me neither.
So
M to the O to the
M to the
E to the yeah. It's Brandy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. So Moesha, move on. That means this one is gonna freaking be tough.
Right.
So we got King of the Hill versus Married with Children.
So I didn't know King of the Hill was a 90s show.
Yeah,
I did.
I knew that.
I'm gonna go with that because I never watched the other one.
Really?
I watched both.
Yeah.
I watched both of them actually.
I've watched both of them.
Married with Kids is literally is white trash. This shit's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no, there's it really is.
But also it really is.
King of the Hill. Yeah.
King of the Hill, yeah, but like white trash was just they were funny. They were just funny. It was like watching a kid. It's like literally watching a married, like that couple that's funny because they just hate each other because they just insult.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what that show was.
The King of the Hill or Married with Kids?
Married with Kids. King of the Hill is King of the Hill.
King of the Hill kind
of shit.
The people who make King of the Hill also make Beavis and Butthead because I feel like it's kind of the same production style.
I think they may have came from the same studio, but I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
It looks like the same kind of animation style. That's why I asked that.
Let me look that up. King of the Hill was done by
Fox Broadcasting Company.
I mean, no, well, yeah, no, I don't think so. Because I think Beavis and Butthead was Viacom.
Right, because it was on MTV, right?
It was on MTV.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just double check.
No, they were they looked like they were from two different studios.
All right, then forget it.
But but no, their animation and their
it's
very similar.
Okay.
It does look very similar, but I feel like Beavis and Butthead was more crude.
It was very crude,
like
very static. In terms of their statically.
Yeah, in terms of their it's
Then again, King of the Hill is a lot more smoother than Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah,
animated wild.
Anyway, back to the shows itself.
Back to the white trash, right?
So, I really enjoy King of the Hill.
White trash or Northern white trash is which one?
I really like King of the Hill, and so I've also seen Married with Children. And fun fact, did you know the wife is the voice of is it Leela in Futurama?
Futurama.
Futurama.
Yes, I did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she also does a lot of voiceovers in general. But yes,
I keep them checks coming.
Absolutely.
So
I'm gonna go with King of the Hill.
Okay.
Nah.
Because I feel like I've seen more of that than Married with Children. Even though what I've seen of Married with Children is hilarious, I just feel like I'm more familiar with King of the Hill.
It doesn't matter what I say then, because Brother Jay also said King of the Hill.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I've never seen Married with Children.
Okay. Well, I mean,
doesn't matter what I say.
You can give your opinion.
No.
Okay. So, King of the Hill it is.
Okay.
Moves on.
You know me better than that. I always want to keep them guessing.
All right. So next we
Same
got
reason for the Super Bowl.
We got Seinfeld versus Saved by the Bell.
Saved the Bell was my childhood.
I feel like honestly this is a generational thing.
Oh yeah.
Because even though Seinfeld is a 90s show, I feel like that's more of an adult show. Obviously.
It was definitely more of an adult show.
And then Saved by the Bell was more geared towards teens.
But Saved by the Bell was such a show. That was literally my childhood with my mother. Used to make fun of Zach all the time.
I like Saved by the Bell, even though it was like kind of like white teen stuff. But I feel like
they got Mario Lopez on there.
I think that I just think Seinfeld.
They portrayed him as white in that show.
Seinfeld's like definitely top 10 funniest sitcoms ever, like or greatest sitcoms ever.
I'm definitely going Seinfeld. Yeah, like Seinfeld was funny to me.
The actor himself, he's funny, even though he's a racist.
Oh, who the guy who did Kramer?
Yes.
Yeah,
Kramer is a racist.
He was a side character.
Seinfeld was racist. I was like, he is?
Yeah, I was gonna say Seinfeld. I'm pretty sure.
Like, damn.
Well, Kramer is that he can't come back from that, bro.
And Jason Alexander, like he's always funny in his roles. I feel like.
That's Alexander reminds me of Ryan Stiles from Who Line Is Anyway. They have the same style for some strange reason to me.
This is true.
So that's whole lanky shit.
Yes. All right, so Seinfeld?
Yes.
Seinfeld. All right. Seinfeld moves on. All right, so now we got Sister versus the Nanny.
Oh.
Not the Nanny.
Not
the nanny.
Sister.
Love that. Fucking love the butler.
I know. Really? Sister?
Yeah.
Have you seen the Nanny?
I think I've seen like maybe 2 episodes, but you also got to remember
Fran Drescher. You don't like really?
Fran was also very funny. Fran got funnier during the later seasons, but the butler was like the funniest thing to me in the whole show for his hatred for this one character.
I know he was freaking sassy.
He made my comedy. To the point, I think there was like a part where like I forgot what the fuck the dude's name is in the show. Like the rich dude. He's like, it's too early for this file things in the morning. And then the side character comes in and the dude goes like, he doesn't want to see you for another hour. He said no disgusting things this early. And I was like, damn.
I know she got a lot of flack because of her voice was kind of like annoying, but I feel like it's
annoying. I love it.
Iconic.
I love the Nanny.
It's iconic.
Man.
Oh, Mr. Sheffield,
that's what it is. Sheffield, like the butler literally yelled. Sheffield's like, it's too early for such vile things, and the lady shows up. He's like, Mr. Sheffield said it's too early for disgusting things to be in his house. Please come back in another hour.
Now, not to
friend, like some business partner.
I meant like for Sister. I did enjoy Sister, especially the little brother. I think he got his own show, right?
Yeah,
Smart guy.
Was that not Marcus Houston?
Smart guy. Yes.
Yeah, he was actually really funny. He was probably the best part of that show, to be honest.
Absolutely.
So
I'm going with the Nanny.
To this day, I use that as like kind of like an insult. It's like, hey, smart guy.
Uh-huh.
So,
yeah, but like I said, nothing in Sister was okay of a show. The Nanny was better to me. I don't lie to you.
I'm gonna say
had more comedy parts.
I'm gonna have to say the Nanny too.
Sister was more just like a regular family show.
All right,
no comedy.
All right,
Twins were not that funny.
Right.
Look, we can't always have all black. No, I'm joking.
Nanny moves on. So next we got
Dr. Umar gonna be ashamed.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch versus Spin City.
Ooh, okay, that's a good one.
I've never seen Spin City.
Spin City was that's where Charlie Sheen became famous.
Oh, he was on that show?
He was on that show.
Gross. This is gross.
I mean,
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, okay,
it didn't sound very good.
Okay, his big break really came from the first Wall Street movie. But he was definitely known in Spin City. But I gotta go.
Are you talking about Martin Sheen?
No, Charlie, his son.
Are you sure he was in that movie? Hold on.
Yes, he was. Gordon Gekko's protege. Not Jordan Belfort. That's Wolf of Wall Street.
Don't get your Wall Street moves confused.
Well, what is his name in the movie?
All right. He's in this. Okay. I just want to make sure.
No.
No. It was Michael Douglas that I was thinking of.
Michael Douglas was Gordon Gekko. So
okay.
But that's the only reason why I really know Spin City. Sabrina the Teenage Witch is phenomenal. That's why I use the cat meme. Every time I use the cat meme, what he
that cat is me. I don't care what that cat is me.
Straight
is
up.
me.
Salem, yes, Salem.
Salem is my lifestyle.
So I
dramatic and sassy.
And not for nothing, what's her name? Melissa Joan Hart. She's a wrestling fan.
I didn't know
That's
that.
Bonus points.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes.
I don't think that has anything to do with the show, but sure, go for it.
It doesn't have anything to do with the show, but that gives her bonus points in my book. So.
And didn't they make another continuation?
When Natalie sees it, she got to defend that. Huh?
A continuation? I know they rebooted it.
They rebooted? Okay.
It was a reboot for Netflix, but it was more like darker.
Okay.
And adult-oriented.
Melissa got another show. Not a Sabrina. She got her own, she got another sitcom show.
She had a...
It's like Melissa and Toby.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. I was thinking of something like that. Something else. Was it Clarissa Explains It All?
Explains It All, yes.
Oh, she did. Yeah, she had a Nickelodeon. That was a Nickelodeon.
That was a Nickelodeon show.
But that was didn't make the list. Sabrina, right? That was before Sabrina?
That was before Sabrina, yeah.
Yeah, she was like a preteen for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah.
Like I said, Sabrina Teenage Witch.
Yeah.
Salem wins again.
Salem wins it. Sabrina goes on.
Already.
All right. Home Improvement versus Friends.
Oh shoot.
What?
I gotta go with Friends. I gotta go with Friends.
Friends was funnier, unfortunately.
I was gonna say, but it was the more iconic show.
I was gonna say, out of respect to my mother, because she is obsessed with Friends, I have to choose Friends.
Jeremy,
if I were to,
Jay has to see his mother this weekend, so
if I chose anything but Friends, she would come after me. She will find this podcast and like downvote it because of this.
Producer Jay is gonna get a phone call. Well, I felt you talking shit about Friends, son.
You just sense it, right?
Yes. All right, so Friends moves on. And then I think this is the last one. We got Martin versus the Wonder Years.
Martin. Funny thing is, I actually do not find Martin that funny.
I didn't find the show was...
No, see, the show itself, because I've seen a few episodes, the show itself, I feel like as a whole, is not that funny. But, like, there's certain skits or scenes or whatever that just had me freaking dying every time I see them.
I like
like there was one where I think oh shit, what's her name? The girl's name?
Gina. She
was like holding biscuits in front of him, and he was like really hungry. But she was like kind of being like a sexual innuendo about it. And then he was like, she was like, oh, so you want some? And he was like, yeah. And then afterwards, I want you, or something like that. I don't know. It's just like, oh no. He says after I'm done eating that, I'm gonna eat you, or something like that. Oh no, he said you're next. That's what he said.
So the thing about Martin, the thing about Martin is that the later seasons kind of suffered.
Yes, I know this
because Martin and what's her name? The actress that plays Jim, Tisha Campbell, like she accused him of sexually assaulting her during like filming scenes where he got a little too frisky. Yeah, he got a little too frisky with her in certain scenes, so she didn't want to be on the same. She didn't want to be in the on the set with him at the same time. So like that later seasons when you see Martin, like he's in that occult thing and they're like not in the same scenes together. They kind of like go on their separate ways a little bit. It's because of that.
Yeah,
they just recently like patched things up, like maybe within the last 10 years. But the later seasons suffered because of it. You see why.
I didn't know that. I know they had like issues with each other. I didn't know what it was for.
It was because of that.
Oh, damn.
Like in scenes when they were in bed together, frolicking under the covers type thing. Apparently, he was getting too frisky with her. Yeah, and she didn't like that.
Shame on you, Martin. Get your shit together.
Yeah.
I mean, the Wonder Years I never seen, so.
Oh, Martin. Martin
it's also that. This is also that.
I guess Martin just goes on by default.
Martin.
All right.
The fuck's the Wonder Years?
I know that's an iconic show, but it's like...
Did Natalie say it's an iconic show?
No, I know it's an iconic show. A lot of people talk about it. At least online, I've seen it.
Should ask Natalie.
So, here we go. So, we got because I mean we're already done for this episode.
This is definitely gonna go into the second parts.
Yeah. So next week, assuming everything goes as planned, we got Family Matters versus The Simpsons.
Oof.
Drew Carey versus Living Single.
Oh,
we are
Different World versus Keenan and Kel.
Oh my God.
Roseanne versus That 70s Show.
It's easy.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air versus Moesha.
That's gonna be easy.
King of the Hill versus Seinfeld.
That's gonna be hard.
The Nanny versus Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Mr. Seinfeld.
And Friends versus Martin.
Oh man.
Oh, let's go.
This is gonna be hard.
This next one is gonna be tough.
Yes.
Put the pressure on the motherfucker.
So maybe I did seed it right. Maybe I did seed it right.
You may have. You just may have.
Some matches are supposed to be easy in the beginning. I say some because most times are bullshit. But
I feel like these were pretty okay. Like there was nothing that like kind of was like, yo, why'd you put these two together?
The only one, well, like
the
I
only
said,
one was
it was only one because you wanted.
It was King of Queens and Keenan and Kel. I feel like for me at least.
No.
That was a great matchup.
Boy Meets World versus That 70s Show. I feel like that was also.
I also like that matchup. That was a more thing. Brother Jay is just mad because he wanted Living Single to go against Friends.
That's the only one. That's the only thing I should have felt like. But you know what?
Like, he just wants to have a conversation about it. That's why you can talk about it now.
You don't know. It could happen.
You could talk about it now. Just you got a whole nother 4 minutes.
No,
speak your truth, my brother.
I'll wait.
You're gonna say no to me.
We'll wait till next episode.
We'll wait till it potentially faces off against each other.
Then when it doesn't happen,
then I'll talk about it. Then I'll talk about it.
So any of you guys gotta grind your gears?
Nah.
Just nah. That's
no. I'm good this week. I know Tay got one. He's been gone for 2 weeks.
I tell you the truth. I'm exhausted. It's been a very fun birthday month at this point.
I have one.
Oh,
go for it.
So we need to.
No, who's this we?
Yeah, what's this we nonsense?
As a society.
No, fuck.
We need to normalize admitting when you are wrong.
Oh, I'm all for that.
Yeah. It's not going to happen, but I agree with you.
I'm going to give you a little backstory. I have a trip planned this summer. Mm-hmm. And actually no, that doesn't even matter anyway.
Can I ask one question before you go into it?
What?
Does it have anything to do with your fiance?
No.
Okay.
No. No, it's actually with my job. Actually, so anyway, that doesn't have anything to do with it. I don't know why I brought it up. But anyway, so
yeah, because the trip got me confused.
So I have a supervisor, and actually today they called me in to say, hey, we need to talk about something. Can you come in? All right, so I go to the office, and they bring up that I've been late for 12 times within the last month.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. And it took me by surprise because I was like, there's no way. I know when I'm late. If I was late that much, I would accept the responsibility. There was no way I was that late. Or at least that frequently. So I questioned. I was like, what days are you late? So they said all of February and some of March, you have a lot of latenesses. So backstory, I had recently requested that I switch my time, my work time, because I used to come in at 8:45. I requested to switch it at 8 or to 9, like 15 minutes, so that way I can take my kids to school in time and still make it to work.
Mm-hmm.
They approved it. However, they never put it in the system.
Oh my god.
So all these latenesses were showing that I was coming in at 9 o'clock or 9:01, 9:02 saying that I was late. And granted, we have a grace period, as most jobs do, like a 4-minute grace period, where you can clock in between. If I come in at 9, from 9 to 9:04, you're fine. So I thought I was good, and my supervisor was saying, we were doing a favor for you, and we understand your situation, so we tried to change it for you. But he's like, I feel like you're taking advantage by still being late, even though we extended your time. And I was like, first of all, I was under the assumption that the new clock-in time was 9 o'clock, which means I have until 9:04 to clock in before I am considered late. He was under the impression that they just extended that grace period time from, 8:45, so it'll be 8:49 to 9 o'clock.
Oh my God.
Yes.
And what a fucking moron. Good Lord.
He was fighting me on this, saying that, no, this is what we did. And I, for 100% fact, knew that, because I spoke with the director about this, that he changed the time to 9 o'clock. Not that the grace period was extended. No, my new time for clocking in was 9 o'clock. Because I was staying later as well. It wasn't like I was leaving at the same time. No, I was staying the extra 15 minutes later.
Oh, so what happened? Did he ever get in touch with the director?
So then I mentioned that, and then one of my other supervisors came in and looked at the paper that said that I was late or whatever, and showed all the times that I was late. And she said, hey, this still says 8:45.
So they never put it in the system.
They never put it in the system. And she said, this is wrong. And he never admitted that he was wrong.
Oh, fuck that dude.
Never acknowledged that he was wrong. He was like, and then he just turned away in his desk.
Oh, fuck that dude.
And then I continued to talk to the other supervisor about it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm petty.
Yeah, no, honestly, I was seething.
You were boiling. Yeah, I know you were boiling.
Oh, no, I want you to know right now, I would not been upset. There'd been no seething. I would have looked at him like, damn, because I did this before in my job, where they said because we're sitting on, like, admit when you're wrong. There've been many times in this current job, and the job I had before, where I was right. And I was like, if we do this, this is going to happen. And then it happened. They'd be like, who could have seen this happen? And in the meeting, I'm like, me. Like, I saw it happening. And they'd be like, Tayshawn, this is not the time. This is not the time for that. I was like, this is absolutely the time for that. When you listen, this is the problem.
In the back of my mind, I was thinking about that. What if they didn't change it? I would be late all this whole time. I would be being late this whole time.
You still would have been late. You'd have been having this meeting for this reason.
Yeah. But it just never. I didn't. I was like, yo, there's no way they could see me being late consistently within a month, and be like,
they let that rock.
And I haven't been late since last March. The last time I was late was last March, 2022.
And that's because of train traffic.
That paper, saw that I was never late the whole year, and then saw automatically, like, just randomly, I was late February into March.
No. Don't put it that. Don't put it the system. Remember, he saw it. It was like, no, this is normal.
He didn't see it. That's how I know that this is bullshit, because he did not look at it. It took the other supervisor looking at it and saying, yeah, this something's going on here. And I wanted to curse him out so bad.
You should have.
No, because I still need this job.
No, just do it. You don't ever have to curse people out. Just look at them smugly and be like, "Oh, so what were you saying? I think I'm owed something, sir." I feel like just look at him. Just look at him.
I feel like I kind of got that based on what the supervisor said. She was sticking up for me, so he kind of felt defeated, but he didn't want to admit it.
Just admit it. You're a supervisor. That's what I'm saying. Like, has to go out the window.
Honestly, all he had to do was be like, okay, let me look this over. That's it. He didn't even have to apologize. He would just have to admit that maybe he made a mistake. And that's it. I would have accepted it. But the fact that he just turned around into his freaking computer, and the thing is, I never had an issue with him before.
Oh, got one now.
And now I got one now.
You never had an issue with him. We don't know if he ever had an issue with you. He might have been plotting.
I don't know.
He's like, yeah, I get rid of this.
But yeah, no,
I'm joking.
I was upset, but I also felt good because I was right.
Nah.
And I felt at least some small victory inside me. But still, I was just upset that it happened and he was just coming for me, and I was just like, yo, why would you just like assume I'm at fault? Why not take the 2 seconds to look and see if this is actually correct? But he couldn't do that. So, and then chances are he's gonna forget about this next week anyway. So it's like I'm the only one thinking about it, and he's just off in whatever world he's in.
He got his own issues to deal with probably. Look, just next time you get in a meeting, just get the meme ready. Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Why are you booing me? Yes.
Just get it ready.
I should have did that. I'd be like, you see this? Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Just get it ready.
Funny.
Okay.
One of my friends said that every time she sees that meme, she thinks of me. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
You know
I don't know what to tell you.
The quick thing about that meme is that I actually figured out what the backstory behind it was. It's
so Eric Anderson show.
Yeah, but I know why why they were booing him. All he did was give a factual statement about, I think, Barack Obama's presidency or something like that, or some sort of procedural thing. And he was genuinely confused because the crowd started booing him. He's like, what are you booing me for?
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
I don't get it.
No, I know that's on par for the Eric Andre show.
Eric Andre show is,
on behalf of supervisors.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Eric Andre show is the craziest shit I've ever seen.
It's not funny to me, but it is what it is. On behalf of supervisors, Jeremy, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Oh, that's right. You're a supervisor. Yo, get this motherfucker off my screen.
He should have.
You are the enemy, Jay.
He should have.
He's not even an enemy. I just don't want him on my. Just get Brother Jay off my screen. I'm tired of seeing his face.
He should have did more due diligence. He
should have
more looking at him.
But you know what? It's over and done with. It's corrected, and I won. So
did you hear me?
No.
What you said?
I was like, get Brother Jay off my screen. Kendrick Lamar looking ass motherfucker.
Oh, shoot.
I'm clearly tired and done.
Yeah, okay. Let's finish this up.
I gotta clean the stove. Got more cleaning to do.
All right, give the people our socials.
Our socials?
Yes.
Like, I don't know yours like that, but I'm not giving mine away. That's kind of crazy. Identity theft is a strange thing.
I'm talking about the podcast socials, you nut job.
Why is the podcast a social security number? Who made it a thing? What's going on here? I know you've been using the DMs like that, but I need you to relax. I'm fucking with you. If you want to reach out to us on Instagram, it's excuse_me_brother, ending with an A, not an ER. Like I said, it's not racist. Producer J. If you on the TikTok, it is excuse me brother with an ER. You see what I'm talking about? That one, you can see which one was made by me, which one was made by Producer J. I don't know what you're talking about. You want to reach out to us by email, it's excusemebrotherpodcast@gmail.com. If you're watching this and you see our face, I was gonna say my beautiful face. That's crazy. My stream persona is fully on the show. That's crazy.
You got a beautiful face, Tay.
I'm ugly as fuck. I've been part of the ugly team since I was born. All right. Remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Insult producer. It's not Producer Jay. It's insult Brother Jay for me. Kendrick Lamar. Muggsy Bogues. Anything below 5'5" is great to me. Elmer Fudd ass motherfucker. Have a good night. Oh, Minnie Martin. Oh my God. That's what you look like. You're Minnie Martin Lawrence.
Minnie Martin Lawrence.
Are you done? You done?
No, little Chris Rock. I'm not done. Everybody comedian. Jay.
Peace.
Fuck you, man.